Hey, what's up, Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2020 book novella, Love Creekwood by Becky Albertelli. So this is very short, 111 pages, something like that. It's just emails. It's emails between Simon and Bram and Leia and Abby, Nick, Garrett, Taylor's in there as well. So they all have various turns like sending emails. It's just the freshman year of their college experience. So Leia and Abby are rooming together at Georgia. They're still dating. Bram is in New York. He's in Manhattan going to school. Simon is in Harvard, Pennsylvania? Philadelphia. There we go. Yes. And so they're, Bram and Simon are missing each other. It's an hour and a half Amtrak ride. Towards the end of the book, they're not quite happy with having to not see each other when everybody else can. Garrett's doing his thing, Nick's doing his thing, Taylor's doing her thing. It's entertaining getting the different, who's doing what where, and Taylor's off at Harvard and things, right? So, again, love me my Garrett. Garrett is awesome. G-Money all the way. And it's neat having all right, we're doing this party for Halloween, and what are you guys up to? And everybody getting together Thanksgiving break to do a Waffle House trip, talking about New Year's Eve party at Nick's house, Valentine's Day excursion, spring break, and then Simon realizing he wants to transfer, so he wants to go to New York with Bram, be with Bram. We know that show Simon, as in movie version Simon, played by Nick Robinson, is in an apartment with Bram in season 2 of Love, Victor. Like, we know that Simon is in season 1 of Love, Victor at the end. There's an episode of him and Bram with Victor in season 2. Victor going to New York, hang out with them. So we know that Simon and Bram are together in New York, but it's a matter of how did they get there. Also, there's a difference between book Simon and movie Simon. Book Simon and show movie Simon, because it's a movie and a show. So would the same iteration go from book Simon to movie Simon, had that same going from Pennsylvania to New York to be with Bram? And it happened, which was awesome. It's good to see that. My only concern with how this book was presented, and I loved it. I did like that it was a different flow. It was just the emails back and forth. But there was so much time in between emails. So it's like leading up to, Halloween party stuff. But like, what happens at the Halloween party? Like, we don't know that. And then we jump to Thanksgiving break, and they're all emailing each other. Let's hang out at Waffle House. Let's make sure we all get together. And then we jump to mid-December. So, like, what happened at Waffle House, right? What fully happened immersely at Christmas time? Who gave whom what gift? All these things, right? How is everybody's Valentine's Day? So we get the lead-ups, but we don't get the actual moment. And I wanted that. So this definitely, it was great. It was great to see what happens next with our characters. We all know and love it. But I would have loved to see this as a novel, not a novella. Right? Again, novellas are great. Alice Oseman does incredible novellas within her Heartstopper universe. The Nick and Charlie novella is just a straight-up Christmas... This Winter is a straight-up Christmas novella within the Heartstopper franchise. Incredible, right? The Nick and Charlie novella, What Happens Next? Incredible. So, like, I'm fine with novellas. Perfectly fine with novellas. I just wish there was the What Happens Next within the novella part, because we get the lead-up and not the actual What Happens Next. So, it is what it is. I do enjoy it. There could always be more. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a future novel of the stress of Bram and Simon figuring out their wedding plans, a la very husband material from Alexis Hall. That would be hysterical. Granted, that didn't have an actual wedding ending, but it'd still be entertaining in that young adult, mid to late 20s, or late 20s, early 30s bit of these characters we all know and love with. I would love that. Becky, do it. Please. Please, 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 please. We see so many What Happens Next books, and we see so many future books. I think that would be... I think that would do so well. So well. 10-year time jump. Nick and Bram. I keep saying Nick and Bram, man. Like, they're best friends. Obviously, they're bros. But, like, the boyfriend stuff is the Simon Bram bit, not the Nick and Bram bit. So the Simon Bram bit, there we go. Simon and B. Cyan B. There we go. Cy B. I think it would be really good to see 10 years later or 20 years later, them planning the wedding, what happens next, how's life in adulthood, who's doing what when, and, things. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd really be fun. That's it. Love Creekwood. Nice little quick little novella. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.